Hi, my name is Nico and you are on my English YouTube channel. I didn't post any videos for a very long time here. That's because I started my German channel and that got quite some attention. I got above 100,000 subscribers and I started to focus on that channel. But now I have a story I want to share with you here as well. You might know me with that car. I was driving around with it quite a lot of my videos, especially maybe you know one video of me where I was driving around with Casey Neistat. Well, but now maybe from that perspective the car looks quite okay, but we will have a look around in a second. You will see there are some slightly minor and major damages to it. I was driving on the Nordschleife at the Nürburgring and I was doing a practice. I did around 40 laps there and then I had an accident. I won't go into detail too much now because I want to show you the damage in this video first, but maybe in the future I will talk more about it. There was a big issue with the insurance, so they won't pay, and I had to make the decision if I want to get the car repaired, if I want to sell it like it is and get a new one, or take the opportunity to work and repair my Lamborghini myself. This might sound like a stupid idea to you because I've never worked in the automotive industry. I was having my YouTube channel where I was testing cars, where I was driving around cars, so the only thing I did before with cars was driving it. I really never repaired anything on cars. The only thing I did in the past was changing tires. But well, now the crash happened and I have the opportunity to work on that car. Don't worry, everything where it comes to safety I won't do myself, or I won't do it alone. I will have help. I did a lot of preparation in the last couple of weeks. So the accident was 2 months ago. I found this wonderful garage. I prepared the corner here. I found out how to repair certain parts because there's like one big thing to repair. There are still things where I don't know if it will be possible to actually repair them, and we will see this in this process. So this was a short introduction of what has happened and what will happen. You might want to subscribe if you want to see and follow this story, me repairing the car. This will probably take a lot of time, so I'm planning to at least do it for 4 or 5 months because there's a lot to do. And well, I didn't talk English for a very long time, so sorry for my English at this point. I'm still learning the vocabulary to explain everything for you, but this will get better over time as well. And one last note, I will do my German and my English videos side by side now. So for my German viewers, you might want to switch to the German videos, and when you comment here, please do that in English because this is the English YouTube channel and I don't want to have any German here. But now let me show you the damages. So the front actually looks really good, and that's also one good thing. I didn't have an impact in the front. So the cover of the trunk is actually totally fine. The roof is fine. There is just some minor damage, which is here. The paint is a little bit gone. I have a protection on the car, which you can see. Well, now you already see some of the big damage. But well, here also the paint is a little bit damaged, but I think this can be repaired without changing the roof. So first I crashed on the right side and then on the left side. And well, this is the damage from the side, and now you can see why this will be a big project. So the bumper in the front, it might be possible to repair it, but I will probably replace it. The fender is pretty much damaged here. Also it's lifted here a little bit. The lights are actually fine. The mirrors are broken here, and then you see the door is damaged. The fender down here is damaged. The rear fenders are damaged here. We will look under the tires. I will lift the car in a second, then we will look underneath, and then I will also take off the tires so we can have another look. Here, the cooler on this side is actually fine. It sits right here. Well, this is everything broken, has to be replaced. The door sits a little bit low, but that's only because in the front the connection there was a little bit moved out. This even looks intentional because the gap on the left side is pretty much the same on the right side. So in case of an emergency, the firefighters can open the door more easily because the gap is bigger. But that's just a guess. Then on the back, the bumper looks quite okay, but it is also broken here. Lights are okay, but well, we have to see what we do here. Well, this part is okay, just on the other side it's broken down here. Engine cover is totally fine, and this little piece. But when we go on the other side, actually the fender is not too much damaged, so this is actually fine. Here on this tire, the mounting is broken completely. I will show you that in a second. We will just go around a little bit more. And here you can see the door got big damage, and also the fender in the bottom has to be replaced. All the rims are broken, but the ceramic brakes look okay. I will have them x-rayed to be completely sure about that. Otherwise I will have to replace them as well. All the windows are okay, and also in the inside nearly everything is fine. Just the airbags from the seats opened. So maybe I can show you that. This thing popped off a little, this thing popped off, the airbags popped. And because of that I actually have to get a replacement for the seats, because that's what Lamborghini says you have to do when the airbags pop. So let's look underneath the car. It's a complete different day now because we did some preparation, so I can show you even more. We removed all the plates underneath. The tires are gone, and I will give you a short trip around the car with all the damages at the chassis, the frame, and all the things that got broken during the accident. Okay, let's start at the front left tire, or where it actually was. Let's have a look at the suspension and the brake. The brake disc actually looks totally fine. Well, it looks fine. We will have it x-rayed to really be sure that everything is okay, but one of these discs alone costs 5,000 euros or dollars. When one is broken, I have to also replace the one on the other side, so it's like 10,000 euros. But we will check everything if they are 100% okay, and then I will continue using them. Really important here, the frame looks good. It doesn't look bent or broken or anything. We will have it checked, so we will do a measurement of everything, and then we can see if everything really is okay. When we look a little bit underneath, we can see that the suspension here completely broke. The tire had an impact from below and pushed everything up, and then it crashed here, which is okay because then it didn't break down or put too much power up there. It probably hit the drive shaft, so this won't be straight anymore. We will have to replace that anyway. And then the control arms, they are not really in position anymore, as you can see here. So they are probably bent as well, and we will replace them for sure. But the mounts where they are connected with the frame, they still look okay. I mean, we have to take them off and see more. This little thingy is actually to control the pitch of the car, or not to control, but to know, and then this information goes to the lights so the beam can be adjusted. And it's gone. I guess it goes somewhere here. But so far, from the frame perspective, everything looks okay. Here the steering got touched by this broken thing. As you can tell by this thing, I have the lift system on this car, so I was able to move it up in the front. Well, I have to completely replace that as well. Okay, let's have a look on the other side. Basically, it looks pretty much the same on this side as well. Disc seems to be okay. The suspension broke here. The drive shaft is a little bit bent. You can see it doesn't go in a straight way. And, well, the control arms are a little bit bent as well. Same thing we have to do here, replace basically everything beside the brakes. Okay, let's have a look further in the back. Above me now is the cardan shaft, and we opened up everything here, but everything looks okay here. So here it is covered, and then it goes underneath here under the engine and connects here with the gearbox. But underneath everything looks quite okay. Then let's have a look finally at the chassis, where you can see what happened to the frame. I will bring it down a little bit. So here everything is open. Right behind here is actually the engine, and you can already see that this cooler got hit quite badly. So this also was open, the oil went out of it on the racetrack, so this definitely has to be replaced. And when we look further, we can see the control arm here, which totally bent down. So the tire was pushed in completely and also upwards when I hit the curbs. And that was after the first impact. So I had the first impact on the right side and then on the left side, and you can see how the control arms were sliding on the street. So it is pretty flat down here. We have some oil here. I will show you in a second where this comes from. And now I will show you the really, really bad thing that happened to this car. And that's up here, the frame actually broke right there. So the suspension was probably to the top, and then the frame couldn't hold it anymore and cracked up there. The frame is fully aluminum, so it might happen that it breaks like this. So when we look from the other side, we can see that the control arm completely broke off. It normally has to be attached down here, but it went up there. The end of the drive shaft, it also completely exploded. Yeah, it doesn't look all too good. On the other side, it's a little bit better, so the control arm bent down a little less. The tire was not pushed in so badly, but we have the same problem here. The frame broke up here. Everything else looks okay, but well, this is terrible enough. And well, that's most of the damage we know by now. There might be more damage actually in the front. We are not sure if the frame is correct there, or maybe it got bent as well. We have to check that later. But for now, we only can tell that the frame in the back is broken. The engine should be okay, the gearbox should be okay as well. The only bad thing that could have happened is that the drive shaft, which is here, pushed into the gearbox. On the other side we can see better. So here's the gearbox, and that's the drive shaft. That one pushed into the gearbox and broke something inside. We can't tell now what happened there, but this might have happened. There are a lot of things we have to figure out, and first of all we have to take apart the whole car so we can see actually what else might be broken. The good thing, well, the good thing, but yeah, you can kind of say it's a good thing about the broken frame in the back is that you can actually replace that. This whole middle part is carbon fiber, and behind that is the aluminum frame, which can be separately replaced just in the back. So as long as the frame just in the back is broken, I don't have to do any repairs in the inside of the car. I don't have to take out all the electronics just in the back. I have to take out the engine, of course, but it should be possible, hopefully. And then actually this car can drive on the road again. When there's something more broken in the front, I'm not sure if I can actually continue with the work, because then it gets much more complicated, because I really have to take out everything in the inside, the electronics, and put everything you see here on the new frame and replace the broken parts. I have already seen that with an R8, which is pretty similar to this car. They did it on a really new car. It was just driving for 100 kilometers and then it had an accident and they had to replace the complete frame. So they put them next to each other and took off the parts from the one frame and put it in the new frame. It is possible, it just takes a long time. So it's not yet clear if this car will actually drive again. I'm still hoping that it will be possible. It will take a long time, but I'm in contact with some guys from Lamborghini, and I've talked to a lot of experts who tell me, okay, that it is possible and that we can repair it. I have a lot of help, so I'm not doing everything by myself. I'm doing things now because it's easy, taking off the tires, removing the plates underneath. I will start working on the engine covers next. But when it comes to all the safety things, I will have help, definitely, as I said earlier. In the next videos, you will see me starting repair everything. I'll tell you more about the process behind it. I will tell you about the prices and all that kind of stuff. It is an exciting process where we can figure out a lot about this car and I can learn a lot. If you want to join this journey, subscribe and you will see more of that. Follow me also on Instagram. There we'll post smaller updates, but which are more up to date. Here on YouTube you will find, I don't know how I will do it in the future with the German and the English videos, but maybe one video a week where I update you what has happened, what we have done. And this channel will really purely be about this car from now on and the repair. Maybe some other English stuff will come in the future, but we will see. My dog is just chilling here. See ya, bye.